for this SquishiVision. This is going to be somewhat a difficult one to do because I'm very dehydrated. We'll just skim over that. This is my reaction to Picard season 3, episode 7, Dominion. I'm gonna be very quick, so I need to go get ready for work. But yeah, a really strong episode, very tense, some strong emotional bits. I mean, firstly, no, Tuvok, like my favorite Vulcan. I mean, I know he's alive, but the implication that he's being captured and tortured quite severely is still fairly heartbreaking. I mean, it's good to see Tim Russ again playing Tuvok. He does a voice role in Lower Decks, but it's great to see him in the flesh. Well, not actually in the flesh, because it's a changeling, yeah. It's a changeling imitating him. But I mean, good for him. He's now a captain and fairly high up in the security sphere, so that's good for him, I guess. Lily's here as well. She's going to contribute when she can. Right, basically doing that. So yeah, we've got a bunch of revelations in this episode. Apparently, Jack can read minds. That's a thing he can do now. No, he can basically transmit his mind. So the mystery of exactly what's going on with him thickens, and it seems that next week we'll finally find out what it is that's causing Jack Crusher to have these weird things. I guess the most kind of one of the most like powerful reveals is where these changelings have come from, and it's as is always the case, it's our own hubris and our own arrogance and our own kind of violent nature. The Federation captures a bunch of changelings and essentially put them through experimental torture and medical experiments, which is horrifically like just awful. Like there's no defense. Like that's like some Nazi level crap from the Federation. It's like, I mean, maybe it's a step down from genocide. Although I like to think that the experimentation they did here is what actually led to the morphogenic virus, but like that's like just a whole pile of other awful steaming crap on a big pile of steaming crap. Right? I don't think medical experimentation of prisoners of war is really much less than genocide, really, in the scale of things. So I mean, to be fair, Picard's reaction is fairly underplayed. I'd be revolted. Like I'd question everything about the organization I stood for if I found out that it was part of one which did. I mean, I don't think I'd even be part of Starfleet anymore. Like this is horrendous. Again, it's perhaps not, you know, completely alien to like the idea of genocide, but gosh, that is horrific. But I mean, it also I guess the Dominion World War was like a very dark time in the Federation. I guess you can hold on to the fact that, but part, you know, it was very compartmentalized. So, but whoever authorized that should be put away for war crimes. Like that is a war crime. And I mean, I don't know if we're gonna, because I don't know if it's in the scope of the narrative, but really it would be prudent to question all of that. That is very, very inappropriate and dark. And I kind of can't help but sympathize a bit with changing here, because I mean, I don't know how culpable I can even say they are at this point, because if that's your backstory, then yikes, you can pretty much do whatever you want, because it's been done worse to you. Lily was just about to flop into my keyboard, which probably would have broken something. So yeah, that was pretty horrific. Can you decide if you're gonna flop or not flop? You flop. She's not doing anything in ages. She must really want attention. Must really want attention, wouldn't you? But yeah, so that's the reason why they're so powerful. So really, the Federation's kind of being hoisted by their own Picard. Well, obviously Picard has nothing to do with it. I probably wouldn't have agreed to the plan of bringing of Beta trapping the changelings on board. It has some like merit to it. It's not like it wasn't a completely bad plan. In fact, it probably would have worked if Law hadn't intervened. And I question if that was by design, because she seemed to expect something to happen, but maybe she was just like confident. Also, just Amanda Plummer completely still blows things out of the water. As a villain, she is Shakespearean to a T. But I say this every week. But yeah, I wouldn't bring changelings aboard the ship, considering how much damage one can do. It just seems like I was nowhere near on board, and predictably it take over. Like, it was a bad plan, but I mean, you didn't get much of Shaw this week, apart from him having a badass moment, but also his kind of idiot ball moment where he like just completely cigars a changing on the floor. Although I suppose we've established that these ones can get killed more easily. So, but I would just put, if I was fighting changelings, I would just put my like bases on full vaporize. Why even have like any kind of setting it slower? The breakout moment in this episode for me was when Geordi literally burst into tears, telling Data how much his death broke him. That's like years. Like, I mean, again, I have only been watching Star Trek for like a decade. I think I only watched Nemesis probably like a decade ago. But I mean, it came out 20 years ago, so it's not like it's I was that behind schedule by that point. And in that kind of episode, it was very much underplayed, his response. Kind of just like, I mean, he just kind of like was very stoic about it. So giving him this moment here to be more heartbroken and more emotional over it was very justified, and I love that worked, and it makes sense. It would work with Data, who like values friendship amongst everything else. That, you know, of all laws, oh, you can't fight it, there's no way you can get into him. Just Johnny breaking down tears was enough to like pound through, and eventually it worked. And I'm like, yes, their friendship. I love their friendship in the series, and I'm glad that we're kind of giving a chance to revisit that. So that's a thing I'm very kind of grateful for. Yeah, I mean, it was tense, and the whole kind of use of music, the Three Blind Mice motif that Vadic has, chills about. Anyway, a short reaction because it's a 10 to 8 and I gotta go get ready for work. Hours are fairly disappointing for reasons, so I was like, I'll squeeze it in now because I know I'm gonna be out this evening. I don't want to get spoiled. The two big thing was almost spoiled for me, not quite, but then as it kind of revealed, that was very much a Cold Caesar cameo, so it wasn't really much of a spoiler, but I was just keen. Lily, can you like stop moving my desk around? Okay, well, I've got to go feed the cats and get ready for work, so thanks for tuning in. How many episodes are there in this season actually? Oh my god! Okay, I was gonna say I probably had to do like 2 more, but actually, no, it's 3 more. 3 more episodes in this season. So if I add 3 more episodes, all of these characters, wow, that's actually not that much left to go. This looks resolved. I mean, we've also, why did Daniel Davis get a special guest star, but Tim Ross didn't? It's a bit unfair. not long for this tour at all, and I'm still frightened for what's going to happen to Will and Diana. Diana's not be in this much. I like 2 short scenes. I wonder what the reason for that is. Surely there must be like a reason for that. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Ashbal. So, see you soon. And Lily said bye too. Bye bye. Bye bye.